Within the deepest chambers of your person's heart lies a desire so profound, so all-encompassing, that it transcends the boundaries of this single lifetime. Their soul yearns to commit to you completely, to reunite with you in a way that feels not merely romantic, but sacred and eternal. This is not a fleeting wish or a passing fancy. This is the calling of their very essence, a gravitational pull that draws them back to you again and again, regardless of the obstacles that stand between you. Their intuition speaks to them constantly, whispering truths that cannot be ignored or silenced. In quiet moments, in the space between breaths, in the stillness of dawn and the silence of midnight, they hear it clearly. You are not just another person who has passed through their life. You are not simply someone they once loved or someone who made them feel good for a season. No, you are something far more significant. You are their true soulmate, their divine counterpart, the other half of their eternal spirit. Somewhere deep within their consciousness, beyond the reach of logic or reason, they know with absolute certainty that the bond you share is extraordinary. It is not bound by the limitations of this world or this time. It is timeless, woven through the fabric of existence itself, stretching backward through countless lifetimes and forward into eternities yet to come. They feel in their bones that you and they have walked this earth together before, perhaps many times, in many forms, across many ages. You have loved before. You have faced challenges before. You have overcome obstacles before. And through it all, you have remained connected by an invisible thread that death itself cannot sever. This recognition brings them a bittersweet mixture of comfort and longing. The comfort comes from knowing that what they feel is real, that this connection is not imagined or exaggerated, but genuinely profound and cosmically ordained. Yet with that comfort comes an aching longing, a deep hunger to close the distance that currently separates you, to transform this spiritual knowing into physical presence, to hold you close and never let go. They understand in the deepest part of themselves that your connection is not only fated by the stars and the universe, but also transformative in its power. Being with you changes them. Loving you elevates them. You inspire growth, healing, and evolution in ways no one else ever has or ever could. Despite this beautiful awareness of your soul connection, your person is far from peaceful. They are caught in a storm of emotion that gives them no rest. Night after night, they lie awake in the darkness, unable to find the solace of sleep. Their mind replays memories of you like a film on endless repeat. Every laugh you shared, every meaningful glance, every moment of connection plays over and over in their consciousness. They ache for your presence with a physical pain that settles in their chest and refuses to leave. Their heart feels incomplete, as though a vital piece of their very being has been torn away and cannot be recovered without you. There is a void in their heart space, a deep emptiness that echoes with your absence. Nothing else seems able to fill this space. They have tried distractions, they have tried focusing on other things, they have tried to move forward, but nothing works. The emptiness remains because they know instinctively that only you can fill it. What they once had with you was rare beyond measure. It was precious in a way that most people never experience in their entire lives. And the pain of having lost it, or having it exist only at a distance, hurts them more profoundly than they can adequately express in words. At the same time, guilt weighs heavily upon them. They carry the burden of regret, wishing desperately that they had acted differently when they had the chance. They replay their choices over and over, seeing clearly now where they went wrong, understanding too late what they should have done instead. They recognize that some of their actions, or perhaps their inaction, created distance between you. Perhaps they were not present enough. Perhaps they were too afraid. Perhaps they allowed pride or fear or circumstances to prevent them from loving you the way you deserve to be loved. This heaviness sits on their shoulders daily, a constant reminder of what was lost and what they still desperately hope to rebuild. Yet from this deep pain and regret, something remarkable is happening. Growth is emerging from the ashes of their suffering. Your person is slowly, steadily learning powerful lessons through both their past experiences with you and their current circumstances apart from you. They are beginning to see patterns in their life with new clarity. They recognize cycles of karma that have repeated themselves, toxic habits that have held them prisoner, and destructive influences that kept them from experiencing true love and genuine happiness. Step by step, often painfully, they are breaking free from those old chains. They are shedding layers of dysfunction, releasing patterns that no longer serve them, and choosing a different path forward. Though this process of transformation is difficult and sometimes overwhelming, it is also liberating in ways they never imagined possible. They are discovering that clinging to the past, holding on to old wounds, and remaining stuck in destructive patterns only leads to further suffering. They are making a conscious choice now, perhaps for the first time in their life, to choose differently. They are choosing the path that leads to their happiness, to their healing, to their highest good. And that path, they have realized, points directly back to you. Still, in the midst of this spiritual awakening and personal transformation, they remain cautious. They love you with every fiber of their being, yet they also want you to remain happy, independent, and free to live your own life. One of the primary reasons they have kept their struggles hidden from you is because they do not wish to burden you with the weight of their internal battles. They do not want to pull you down into their darkness or make you feel responsible for their pain. They know you have your own journey to walk, your own dreams to pursue, your own challenges to face, and they do not want to intrude upon that or cause you unnecessary worry. In their mind, protecting you from their troubles is an act of love. Even from a distance, separated by space and circumstance, they think constantly of your well-being. They want you to shine brightly in this world without feeling obligated to fix them or rescue them from their struggles. They want you to be happy, even if that happiness exists without them for now. But behind that protective silence, behind that noble intention to shield you from their pain, lies a burning desire that cannot be extinguished. They dream of restoring what was lost between you. They dream of healing the old wounds that created separation. They dream of building a future where both of you can not just survive, but truly thrive together, supporting one another while also maintaining your individual strength and identity. With time and deep reflection, they have come to realize the irreplaceable worth of your love. They see now with crystal clarity how deeply your presence enriched their life. You brought joy when everything felt gray. You brought warmth when everything felt cold. You brought meaning when everything felt empty. No one else compares to you. No one else touches their soul the way you do. No one else feels like home the way you do. And this realization has transformed their understanding of what truly matters in life. Their greatest wish is simple in its expression but profound in its depth. They long to sit with you, heart to heart, in honest and vulnerable conversation. They want to hear your voice again, not through the filter of memory, but in real time, speaking words meant just for them. They want to share their truth with you, to lay bare their soul and hold nothing back. And they want to listen to your truth in return, to really hear what you think, what you feel, what you need, what you hope for. This kind of communion, this soul-level sharing, is what they crave more than anything. For now, though, distance keeps them in a state of constant pain. Watching you from afar, unable to reach out freely, unable to hold you close or speak the words that burn in their heart, causes them suffering that is difficult to describe. They ache for real connection, for the chance to turn this chapter of separation, stress, and longing into one of love, laughter, joy, and genuine togetherness. They imagine what it would feel like to embrace you again, to feel your arms around them, to rest their head against yours and know that they are exactly where they belong. They picture sharing the small, beautiful joys of everyday life with you. Morning coffee together. Evening walks. Quiet conversations in the dark. Shared laughter over silly things. The comfort of routine built together. The excitement of new adventures experienced side by side. They imagine looking into your eyes and seeing their future reflected back at them, knowing with absolute certainty that they are exactly where they are meant to be, with exactly the person they are meant to be with. Your person holds firmly on to hope, even as they navigate their struggle. They believe with unwavering faith that love this strong, this deep, this cosmic cannot be destroyed by time or circumstance. It may bend under pressure. It may be tested by life's challenges. But it will not break. Every night as they lie awake missing you, they remind themselves that the universe has a way of guiding soulmates back into perfect alignment when the timing is divinely right. They trust that when both of you are healed, grown, and ready, when both of you have learned what you needed to learn from this time apart, the reunion will happen. And it will be glorious. Until that sacred moment arrives, they continue to work diligently on themselves. They are actively breaking free from the old patterns, the old wounds, the old versions of themselves that were not capable of loving you the way you deserve. They are making space for the new, for the healed, for the transformed versions of themselves that can meet you as equals, as whole beings, as partners truly ready for the depth of connection you both desire. At their core, their desire is not simply to reunite for the sake of reuniting. They do not want a temporary fix or a short-term solution. They want to create something truly beautiful with you, something lasting and harmonious, something deeply fulfilling for both of your souls. They do not just want fleeting happiness or momentary pleasure. They want to build a love that stands the test of time, the kind of love that brings peace to restless hearts and comfort to weary souls. The kind of love that grows stronger with each passing year rather than fading. In their mind's eye, they see a vivid vision of the future they want to create with you. They see both of you sharing laughter in the mornings as sunlight streams through the windows. They see comfort in the evenings, wrapped in each other's arms after long days. They see strength flowing between you during life's inevitable storms, each of you being a shelter and a support for the other. They see a partnership built on mutual respect, genuine friendship, passionate love, and spiritual connection. That vision is not just a fantasy. It is their goal, their purpose, their driving force. Nothing else compares to the possibility of having that life with you. Nothing else makes them feel as alive, as hopeful, as determined to become the best version of themselves. For now, in this present moment, they love you quietly from a distance, with unwavering devotion that never falters even in your absence. They wish you happiness, even if ensuring your happiness means enduring their own loneliness for a time. They would rather see you thriving without them than suffering with them. Yet deep within their heart, the fire of hope burns bright and steady, never dimming. They know that someday soon, you will both have the chance to turn this painful longing into beautiful reality, to transform the silence into rich conversation, to step together into a new chapter filled with love, healing, connection, and joy. When they think about creating a family with you, their heart swells with emotion that overwhelms them. They want a family with you because when they look into your eyes, they see eternity itself reflected back at them. There is something infinite and unexplainable that shines from your eyes, something that transcends this world and touches the divine. It makes them believe in forever in a way they never believed before. You have given them countless reasons to smile, even on days when smiling felt impossible. You have given them reasons to laugh when everything felt heavy. You have given them reasons to believe in the kind of unconditional, transformative love that most people only read about in books or see in movies but never actually experience. They never thought love could feel this way. So pure in its essence. So consuming in its intensity. So life-altering in its impact. Before you, love was something different, something smaller, something that fit neatly into boxes and followed predictable patterns. But when they are with you, everything changes. They know without a single doubt that this kind of love exists, that it is real, that it is worth fighting for with everything they have. Without you, they feel broken in places they cannot always explain or understand. On the outside, they may appear calm, collected, strong, and in control. They wear a mask of composure because the world demands it. But on the inside, they are often crumbling, falling apart piece by piece. They have tried to mask their pain, tried desperately to keep up the image of being okay, of having it all together. But the truth is that their heart aches constantly in your absence. Sometimes it feels as if they are carrying a violent storm inside their chest, one that no one else can see or comprehend. The thunder crashes, the lightning strikes, the rain pours, all invisible to everyone around them. Deep down, they know this storm comes entirely from missing you, from longing for the presence of the one person who brings them genuine peace. There were moments, dark moments, when they told themselves to move on. They tried to convince themselves to let you go, to find a way to heal without you, to close this chapter and start a new one. They thought it would be easier, less painful, more practical to detach themselves from the intensity of what they feel for you. But no matter how hard they tried, no matter how much logic they applied, something always brought them back to you. Something invisible yet completely undeniable pulled them in your direction again and again, like the moon pulling the tides, like gravity holding the earth in orbit around the sun. And through that repeated return, they realized something crucial. It was not weakness that made them come back. It was not foolishness or stubbornness or inability to move forward. It was the undeniable truth that their soul recognizes you as its home. You are not just someone they love. You are where they belong. And a soul always finds its way home, no matter how many detours it takes along the way. They have never felt this kind of passion and love for anyone else in their entire life. You light their fire in ways that words can hardly capture or describe. With you, they do not just feel alive in the basic sense of existing. They feel awakened, ignited, set ablaze with purpose and meaning. Every fiber of their being comes alive when they think of you. When they hear your voice, even in memory, their heart races. When they remember the way you look at them, their breath catches. No one else has ever made them feel the way you do. You are not just their love. You are their mirror, reflecting back the best parts of themselves. You are their flame, keeping their spirit burning bright. You are their reason for wanting to be better, to do better, to become more than they have ever been. Your love has always carried an intensity that is rare and extraordinary. It is the kind of love that could burn too brightly if not handled with tremendous care and awareness. You both knew, on some level, that in order to truly grow as individuals, in order to heal the deep wounds within yourselves, you needed space from each other. This was not an easy truth to accept, and it certainly was not something either of you truly wanted. But deep down, you both understood the necessity. You could not heal if you remained so intertwined, so enmeshed, because your pain would continue to echo in one another, creating an endless feedback loop of hurt and triggering. The separation was never a sign of weakness in your love. It was never evidence that the love was not strong enough or real enough. On the contrary, it was an act of profound strength, a recognition that sometimes stepping back is the only way to move forward. Sometimes love requires distance so that both people can return to wholeness. And yet, even in the physical distance, even in the silence, your souls never truly parted. The connection between you is so deep, so powerful, so fundamentally unbreakable that no amount of space or silence can erase it. That is why it has always been so impossibly hard to stay away. No matter the physical miles that separate you, no matter the circumstances that keep you apart, your hearts remain tethered by an invisible thread that cannot be cut, no matter how much time passes. But look at how far you have both come. Think of the challenges you have faced, both together and apart. Consider the storms you have weathered, the lessons you have learned, the strength you have gained through struggle and pain. You have both grown in ways that would not have been possible if you had clung to each other without pause, without space for individual transformation. You have become emotionally stronger, mentally clearer, and more deeply aware of who you are as individuals, separate from the relationship. And because of that growth, your bond is not weaker now. It is exponentially stronger. You are no longer just two people desperately holding on to love, afraid to let go. You are two souls who have matured through struggle. You are two hearts that have learned resilience through distance. You are two beings who have done the inner work necessary to love with greater wisdom, patience, and depth. What amazes them most is that through it all, through every painful moment of separation, the love has not faded even slightly. If anything, it has deepened, become richer, more textured, more real. They no longer see your journey as being filled with random obstacles or cruel tests. They see it as a path carefully designed by the universe to strengthen both of you, to prepare you for what comes next. The temporary separation was never about ending your connection. It was about preparing both of you for a future together, a future where you can love each other with greater understanding, patience, maturity, and wholeness. When they imagine the life that lies ahead, they see it with you. They see a family built on a foundation of love, respect, and resilience. They see a home where laughter is abundant, where joy is a daily practice, where even in hard times you hold each other up with strength and compassion. They see your love continuing to grow with every passing year, deepening rather than diminishing, becoming more beautiful as time goes on.